You can make a rat-proof chicken feeder for far less than $200. I switched from my DIY PVC pipe feeders to this bucket type rat-proof feeder because when we moved to our new property, we had a colony. And when I say colony, it was insane. The amount of rats that lived on this property before we got here, so we needed a solution. This feeder is really great because it not only protects against rats, but also squirrels and birds, and it comes together really easily and for right around $50. You're gonna need a few materials, starting with this bucket and the lid. I went with a food grade 2-gallon bucket. You can upgrade this to a 5-gallon if you want. Just make sure that it's food grade and you have the lid with it. You will need a drill and a couple different drill bits. This plastic is probably thin enough to where you could poke through it with some sort of other tool, but a drill is probably going to make your life a little easier. You need a 4.5-inch eye hook or screw eye. Sometimes they're called different things, but just make sure you get the 4.5-inch and the ones that come all the way together up at the top. It will even tell you on the back what size drill bit that you're going to need to use. You'll need a squarish block of wood. You can cut this on your own if you've got some scrap wood lying around, or you can actually buy like 2x2 blocks. This is a 1x1 board. I just cut it so that it had enough length for the screw eye to go all the way into it. Those are the necessary materials to make the feeder. If you have a place like rafters on your chicken run to hang this, that's great because you won't need these extra items. But if you don't have something like that, this will make your life easy for hanging the chicken feeder up. You'll just want to get a simple shepherd's hook that can be driven into the ground. Don't make the same mistake as me and get one of these super flimsy shepherd hooks. These buckets can actually hold a little over 10 pounds of feed. So you want to make sure your hook is graded for that amount of weight so that it's not flimsy when you put it on there. Definitely not necessary, but it has been nice to have this pulley to be able to just adjust the feeder height up and down whenever I need to. All right, let's put everything together. First thing I'm going to do is take my 3x16 drill bit. That's what it tells me to do on the back of the screw eye. And I'm going to drill down into my block of wood, making sure I don't go all the way through to the other end. If you want the hole to be exactly in the middle, you can use this little trick. Just draw an X right over the top, and wherever the lines come together, that's the middle. I went down about as far as I could. I'm not through the bottom, and now we've got our block of wood ready to go. We're going to set that aside with the screw. Now we need to drill a hole into the bottom of the bucket. I'm going to switch to my bigger drill bit, which the biggest I have is a 3/8, and then we're going to go straight into the center of the bucket. Perfect. Now this is where you can adjust for your type of feed. If you use crumbles, you're going to want this hole to be a little bit smaller. And if you use pellets, you're going to want it to be a little bit bigger. I am going to use my drill to just expand this a little bit, and I'll show you the size that you're going to need for crumbles. That is about the size that you're going to need for crumble food. Chickens can get the food out when they want it, but it's not falling out because the hole is too big. If you're unsure when you're drilling how big or small to make the hole, just start small. You can always make it bigger and then put a little food in there, test it out, see how it's working. If you need to make it bigger, make it bigger. All right, we're almost done. We're going to take our eye screw, screw eye hook, whatever you want to call it. We're going to put it in our bucket, and then we're going to screw our block of wood onto it. And there you have it, a rat-proof feeder. Let me show you exactly how it works. This is Grubbly Farms' brand new all-flock feed. It's what we're going to be using to fill up our feeder. It's what we've been using for years with our chickens. I love this feed because it truly makes a difference for my chickens. Their combs are brighter, their feathers are shinier, they lay stronger shelled eggs. It's just good quality feed. I'm especially excited about this new feed because you can give it to mixed flocks of ducks, geese, chickens, turkeys, and pheasants. So not that we really need more birds, but we could get more birds. And it's also really great for flocks of mixed ages. So if you're raising some teenagers and you're just introducing them to your flock of hens, this is the perfect type of feed for that. Let's get our feeder filled up. Can I admit something? I actually don't know how to open chicken feed bags. I've had chickens for over 3 years. It's mostly just luck at this point. So we're going to take a little feed here. We'll pour it in the bucket, and you can see just a little teeny bit came out. And once you've got that bottom layer, barely any more comes out. Your chickens are going to eat that up anyways. So now the way it works is your chicken comes up, they knock it when they want the feed to come out. It's hanging up off the ground. Rats can't get to it. Birds can't get to it because the lid is on. Squirrels can't get to it. It is honestly one of the best feeder systems that I have ever used. If you want written step-by-step instructions, you can find my blog linked in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see all of my chicken how-tos, and I'll catch you next time.